Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome all of you to the lecture Advanced Software Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss about an overview of analysis. Is this presentation visible to you? Is it visible? Okay, Abhijit. In previous lecture, we have discussed about introductions of analysis, and in that we seen the natural tendency for the users and developers because it is difficult to do the analysis because of the lack of knowledge of the field. As well as we require some translations specification for semi-formal model or development. The analysis model is composed of three individuals model. You have to keep in mind this model. Functional model, which represented by case and scenarios. The analysis model represented by class and object model, and dynamic model represent state machine diagram and sequence diagram. So you have to keep this in mind. Functional model, analysis model, and class and dynamic model. These three models are very much important in the sorry. In the previous chapter we described how to elicit a requirement from the use case and describe as use case and scenario. And in this chapter we will see to refine the functional model and derive the object and the dynamic model. This lead to a more precise and complete specification as detail are added to the analysis model. We include yes, Abhijit. We conclude the chapter by describing management activities related to the analysis in the next sections. The main concept of analysis model is composed of functional model, the object model, and the dynamic model. The UML model is represented with use case diagram, the object model with class diagram, and the dynamic model with state machines diagram and sequence diagram you see here. Functional model is represent use case, scenarios, view. Object model represent class diagram, and the dynamic model which represents the sequence diagram view and state machine diagram view. This is the analysis model. In this section, we will see the analysis concept. In particular, analysis object models and dynamic models, entity, boundary and control objects, generalization and specification. One by one we will see detail. Analysis object model and dynamic model. The analysis model represents the system under development from the user point of view. This is very much important point. Analysis model represent the system under the development from the user point of view. From the user point of view. This is very important point. You see, you know. The analysis model is a part of analysis model and focus on the individual's concept that are manipulated by the system, their properties and their relationships. Analysis model focus on individuals' concept that are manipulated by the system, their properties and their relationship. Analysis model depict with UML class diagram includes classes, attributes and operations. Analysis model we already seen their class diagram, use case diagram, class diagram and state machine or sequence diagram, and they are connected to analysis model. These are the part of analysis model. The analysis model depict with UML class diagram include classes, attributes and operations. In this analysis model there are classes, various classes, there are various attributes and there are various operations. The analysis object model is a visual dictionary of them, of the main concept visible to the users. You see, the dynamic model focus on the behavior of the system. The dynamic model is depicted with the sequence diagram and with the state machine diagram. Sequence diagram represent the interaction among the set of objects during the single use case, as a state machine diagram represent the behavior of single object or group of very tight coupled objects. The dynamic model serve assign responsibilities to individual classes and in the process to identify the new classes, new associations and attributes to be added to the analysis object model. When working with either analysis object model or the dynamic model, it is essential to remember that these models represent users level concept, not actual software classes or component. For example, classes such as database, subsystem, session manager, network should not appear in the analysis model as user is completely set from this concept. As we seen the analysis model, you see this is the analysis model. This is analysis model and that depict various classes and attributes. You look at this diagram. In this diagram, use case diagram is there, which is functional model, object model and dynamic model. There are three models and from that their analysis model prepared consist. And this analysis model has various classes and attributes at the level of analysis, but this is only the user point of view. We are doing this model for for the analysis to understand only the user side, only the end user side, not at the back end side, not at the developer side. There is no database descriptions and some technical details in this model. Only the just users view, like use case diagram to understand the systems view, class diagrams, state machine diagrams are there, sequence diagrams are there. We have to design into the analysis model to understand the working of the system, how the system will work. Likewise, in use case diagram we will write how much participant will be there, how much actors will be there in our system. So the dynamic model is there, and also there when we working with the analysis model or the dynamic model, it is essential because it should not appear database, subsystem, session manager, network. It is only the user level concept. Note that most classes in the analysis model will correspond to one or more software classes in software source code. However, the software classes will include many more attributes and association than their analysis counterpart. Uh, we have designed one analysis model. That model can be associated with one more software. For one model there may require two softwares, there may require three softwares. It can be possible and include many more attributes and association than their analysis counterpart. Consequently, analysis classes should be viewed as high level abstraction that will be realized in much more detail. We will see in figure 4.4. Good and bad example of analysis object model. The SatWatch example is given in this figure. You see bad. You see first of all the domain concept that should be represent in the analysis object model. This is the domain concept analysis object model. There, if we take an example of SatWatch, then in SatWatch their domain concept is, in SatWatch there, what is the use of SatWatch? The SatWatch use is the universal time is there in satellite watch. Time zones, we have a function of time zones, as well as we have a function of the location. Geolocation is there in that watch, therefore that sat watch automatically upgrade their time according to our time zone. And universal time we can look at in our sat watch. But if we see the software classes that should not be represented in the analysis object model, time zone database is not there, GPS locator is not there, and user ID is not there in the analysis model. You see, time zone database refers to how time zone are stored, how its design decision. GPS locator denotes how locations is measured, design decision, as well as user ID refers to an internal mechanism for identifying. Entity boundaries and control object. The analysis object model consists of entities, boundaries, and object control. Entities. Then in entities, there are objectives for what this entity is there. Suppose we want printout from printer, then printer will be there one object, and that is connected to our special purpose software. Similarly, to control that, there we required one control to control our software, our computer as well as a computer, and by whom that will be controlled, that is given in this point by Jacobson in 1999. You look at entity objects represent the persistent information traced by the system, and the boundary object represent the interaction between the actor and the system. As suppose one printer is there and one computer is there, okay, and these are connected to each other, means interaction between the actors and user. Boundary object, we can say this is the boundary object in between the printers and the computer for interaction. Entity object represent the persistent information traced by the system, like printer, to print we required it. Now entity object boundary and then control object are change of realizing use case. Sorry, object control model are charge of realizing use case. In this to be watch example, year, month and date are entity object. Suppose we have taken date, month and year, okay, this is the entities, these are the entities, okay. And the button for make some analysis, they require LCD display and button, where it will be displayed in the LCD display, okay. And to change this information, change the date control is a control object. There are the buttons to set the time, to set the month, to set the year into the watch. So these are the controls required to this LCD for doing this entity change. Getting, it is getting to you? Boundary objects,
एकदम जास्त नाही समजत आहे, थोडं थोडं माहित होऊन जाईल.
you see, for every software there are three part. First one is entity, second one is boundary, and third one is control object. For every software these three point we required. Entity object means the information which we are adding into the software, okay. And for that entity, means how much scope is there for that entity, there is the boundary. Like suppose you are using one software into your mobile phone. In that case to use that software, to install that software, you required one device, one operating system, okay. That operating system or your mobile phone will be the object boundary. In that software, in that mobile phone only you will install the WhatsApp application, then WhatsApp will be your entity, mobile phone will be boundary. And to do some changes, there are some buttons to send the message to your friend, to see the messages of your friend. Suppose your friend sent you one video on WhatsApp, then you have to click on that video. When you will click on that, then and then that will play. Where it will play, there is one software to play that video. After clicking procedure is the control or send. Suppose you want to send message to your friend, then you have to click on the send button. The send button is the control of the entity. Message you will pass, message will be entity, software will be boundary, and button will be control. This is present in all the softwares. Now it is getting
Yes.
similar type of example is here. Here in satellite watch is there, and that watch time automatically update with connection of the satellite. From satellite, that watch will upgrade their time, and to control that time or to do some changes, there are button, means the control object, we can say control object to the button. And boundary, display of the watch, display, LCD display of the watch is the boundary of satellite watch. This is the activity, changing the date, pressing combinations of the button. Change date control is the function of control object, we can say control object to the change date control. By to do changes into the time, we have to press on the button. By pressing combinations of button, that functions will change. Sometime date will change, sometime month will change, sometime year will change, according to the combination which button we are pressing. On the basis of that, this may get changes. These are the entity, boundaries, and control objects. Modeling the system with entity. Sorry for disturbance. Modeling the system with entity, boundary, and control object provide developers with simple heuristic to distinguish different but related concepts. For example, the time that is traced by the watch has different properties than the display that depict the time. As our experience, suppose we are expert in to do the analysis of software. Suppose you got one project and someone given to you huge information about the software development. In that case, you have to use your experience, and according to your past experience about software analysis, you will design your own heuristic that will distinct, that will different from another others, but related to the concept. For example, time that is traced by the watch has different properties and than the display that depict the time. As so, why we have to change the time? Because the time is showing our watch is different and we have to change the time. For that, there is the button, there is the control to do the changes in that. Differentiating between boundary and entity object force that distinctions. The time that is traced by the watch is represented by the time object, and the display is represented by the LCD display. This time object is the entity and display object is the boundary control. Entity, this is entity, and this one is the boundary control. This approach with three object type result in smaller and more specialized object. The three object types approach also lead to model that are more resilient to change. The interface to the system represented by the boundary object is more like to change than its basic functionality represented by the entity and control object. You see, Suppose we have interface to change the time. As we are using satellite watch itself name is satellite watch. Sat watch means watch is connected to the satellite, so according to the satellite, watch will change their time automatically. There should not require any manual intervention. So it is basic functionality to represent by the entity and control object into the satellite watch, but there are the no button to upgrade the time and date to the satellite watch. By separating the interface from the basic functionality, we are able to keep most of the model untouched. When, for example, the user interface change but the entity object do not. Sometime there is no suppose button is given to change the time, but our watch is taking time from the satellite watch, as our mobile phone is taking the time from our network provider. Through the network provider we can connect our time to the idea, to the BSNL like times are our mobile phone is taking time from the service provider, upgrading their time. But there are some time controls to change the time into the mobile phone. We can set the time into the mobile phone, we can change the time, we can upgrade the time. But sometime what is there, the function is untouched. For example, the interface change but entity object do not. We can make that function off if we don't want auto update time according to our service provider. To distinguish between different type of object, UML provides stereotype mechanism to enable the developers to attach such meta information to modeling element. For example, in figure 5.5, we attach the control stereotype to change date control object. This is the control object, change date control object, as we seen earlier. In stereotype that is attached, sometimes suppose we don't require to do with that button anything, and sometimes we have to do, but there is the control. You see in this figure, in addition to stereotype, we may also use naming convention for clarity and recommend distinguishing to the three different type of object. Syntactical basis. Control object may have the suffix control append to their name. Boundary object may be named to clearly denote an interface feature. Example, by including the suffix from the button, display or boundary, entity object usually do not have any suffix appends to their name. How we will find this entity object and control objects? These names sometime what happen are used into the suffix. So before starting the name, there this name is given, as we seen here. You see here, control is given, control objects control is attached, change date control, so we can say this is the control object. Similarly, boundary, this suffix is given at the suppose here LCD display boundary, this is the boundary object is used to as a suffix to identify there, but in entity that is not given any suffix to append their name. Entity object usually do not have any suffix append to their name, like boundary and button as well. Another benefit of this naming convention is that the type of the class is represented even when the UML stereotype is not available. For example, when examining only the source code. Suppose you are software engineer and you have one software information for analysis purpose. You have to do the analysis. In that time, which are the entities, you have to write first entities, okay, and which are the controls. To control these entities, you have to use the name itself to show the control. Like suppose change date or display. This display is LCD. Suppose this is LCD display, then we have to write LCD display. What is this LCD display? LCD display is the control body to control this time, date and year. To control this control we have used. In name itself we have to use display control like names as a conventions, name conventions. Instead of stereotype, we can use the keyword into the names to use that keywords to our understanding purpose. Like boundary, we will use control like change button. This name we will write to change the name, to change the date, time and year. We will use one button, and for that button we have to write some coding, and the name of this coding is will be change button. What this button will change? Time, date and year. These keywords we have to use at as a suffix. Or another type is there, stereotype. We can use stereotype for entity year, entity month, entity days, and control, change date control and boundary button display. Entity, boundary and control object. We are discussing about entity, boundary and control object, okay. And which are the entities in the following figure? Year, month and date are the entities. To show the year, month and entities in our information are the entities, we will write there in stereotype, means in opening and closing double closing bracket we will write entity. What is this year? Is the entity. What is this month? Month is the entity. What is this day? Is the entity from this entity. And control, which are the control? Change date control. What is this change date control? In stereotype we can write control. This is the control, this is not entity. In this uh, button, what is button? Button is the boundary. We can write in stereotype boundary. What is LCD display? LCD display is the button, boundary. We can write here the boundary in stereotype. For analysis purpose, for analysis classes of B2 watch, this example is given. To be watch example. Is it understood?
Yes.
we have to find entity, boundary and control in the information. Suppose you have huge information, from that information which is the entity, which is the boundary and which are the controls. For that, at entity we will write this quotation, and in that entity keyword, whatever the information you have, there you will create box, and there you will write in angle opening closing entity, entity, entity. If this is control, then you have to write their control. If this is button boundary, then you have to write their boundaries. Now next part is the generalization and specification about the information. Suppose you have acquired huge information, from that information, which is the general information, which is the specific information, we have to mention into the analysis. As we saw in chapter 2, modeling with UML in inheritance enable us to organize concept into the hierarchy. At the top of the hierarchy is a general concept, example incident. We have seen in UML diagram, there is the hierarchy. At top, hierarchy means tree like structure is there. At top there is general concept, and below that again there are some parts. And example, we have taken one incident example, so general information in this box we will write incident. Now which incident is there at the bottom of the hierarchy are the most specialized concept, means which incident happened. Is there any accident, or is there any fire, or is there any other incident, type of incident? We have to write in this specialization. This is the generalization, and this description, generalized description, is the specification. We can say cat in tree, traffic incident, building fire, earthquake, chemical leak. These are the specification. Earthquake, which incident is happened there? Earthquake happened. Which incident is happened there? Building fire incident is happened there. Which problem occur there? The chemical leak. These are the specification. And generalization is the incident. There may be any number of intermediate levels in between, covering more or less generalized concept. Example, low priority incident like emergency, disaster. Such hierarchy allow us to refer to many concepts precisely. When we use the term incident, we mean all instances of all type of incident. When we use the term emergency, we only refers to an incident that require immediate responses. There may be any number of intermediate level in between the converting more or less generalized concept. Suppose you have one generalized concept. You asked me first, sir, is there result declare? Is there result displayed by university? This was general concept. Result. There were result, general concept. Now again you ask another questions to me. Which questions? About third semester result. Then this become the general, first semester and the third semester. These are the again generalized part. We can convert more or less generalized concept in between this general and the specification. Again we will go to the in first semester which subject's result is displayed, in third semester which subject result is displayed. Then this subject will be the specification, and this intermediate level is also the generalization part. This is result is the general concept. Then which subject result is there? This is the specification about the result concept. As such hierarchy allow us to refer to many concepts precisely when we use the term incident. When we use the term emergency, we only refers to the incident that require an immediate response. Emergency response incident and the general incident like earthquake, building fire, traffic incident, chemical leak. In which category is these are emergency or only a simple incident? We can make categorization into that. Generalization is the modeling activity that identify abstract concept from the low level one. Okay, Abhijit, if you have any doubt regarding the entity, object and control, you can ask me question. We will see the generalization in next lecture. Generalization and specification. We will see more detail about this generalization and specification in next lecture. If you have any doubt regarding entity, boundary and control object, you can ask me question. Is there any question regarding this entity, boundary and control? Yes?
No.
Okay, then we'll stop here. Thank you. Have a nice day. Ashwini, Swati. Yes, Ashwini, Swati. Entity, control and boundaries. Do you have any question? Okay, then thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. You can leave lecture now and join another lecture.
Okay.